Did it work? Can you see me? Please let me know. Is it working? What is going on? Hmm. Okay, this is going to be a challenge, I can say that. Trying to see uh, if I'm actually live or it's lying to me. Okay, how will I? Because um, no, what did I want to do? Where did it go? This is very confusing. I hope that I'm live. Um, it seems to say that I am. However, this is all very confusing. Uh, is that where it was? Oh, good. Okay, so I am doing something very weird right now, basically, because hi, Terry. Um, okay, so just to kind of explain, the software that I'm streaming with is their website seems to have a problem today. There's some issues, so it just wouldn't start, and I hope that it's working now, that it's not going to get stuck in the middle. Um, and this is very kind of a weird situation because basically, um, they kind of, let me see. I just want to see that. Oh, what just happened? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. Sorry. I just want to see that I can actually change to the other camera and it works. Let's see, is it working? I think so. There seems to be a delay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Everything is hopefully okay. Um, all right. So because yeah, I was kind of in the beginning, the chat here didn't move at all, so I wasn't sure what was going on. So I tried uh, um, doing it through the YouTube studio. It's it seems to be working. Let's hope that it doesn't drop us in the middle. And if it does, I apologize ahead. Um, but yay! Hello, everyone. So glad to be here for another day of mention haunted mansion building. Um, I'm actually very excited today because I found an idea for the floor that I'm really excited about. But um, but yeah, but first we probably need to do the walls because that's where we're at. Let me just, yeah, I'll do the shared screen for a second so you can see. So that's our little floor. And as you can see, I finished adding the wallpaper to the pieces around. Um, hmm, don't hide. Don't be shy. Little paper pieces. Yes. And we're going to just add that. So these are going to basically sit here, right? Um, all around. And I did, so I shared a photo of these um, Oh, good. Okay. Everything's good, Terry. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of an interesting technology day. I don't know. It's really weird. The camera is confusing me. Aha, better angle. Okay. So, um, yesterday I showed you how I did these panels, basically these pieces of kind of wood. And I originally planned to cut it to pieces and to kind of cut it to strips and put it in, but I'll try to bring it to the camera. I think, yeah, if we catch the light, you can see there in this angle. You see that there's little stripes? Basically, because I don't know, just somehow the reaction of the wood of the base, the wood and the paper that I'm using with the crackle glaze. With a crackle glaze, let's call it that. It somehow almost created on its own this kind of strips in this thing. So I don't feel the need to actually cut it more. I think that that it works as is. And also I have crazy ideas for the floor that will take forever. So we can not do crazy stuff, so crazy stuff with the walls. Okay, I'm gonna move to full screen on the workspace. So basically, um, I'm going to just add these down here. I will have, so this is not like the final detailing, because I will have kind of panels at the top, and the bottom, because that's what you do. And what we do is basically, I'm just going to glue it over and then cut out the windows. Now, because the piece of this piece is not long enough to cover all of it, so I have to have two pieces of, no. Surprisingly, the light in like in the camera, the light in the room feels a lot better than it is in reality, which is a bit odd, but yay camera, I guess. So what I'm going to do, because I'm going to have to use two pieces, I'm going to actually do the seam line of two pieces in the middle, because in the middle I'm going to have the fireplace. Unless, now that I think of it, just a second. Huh, yeah, no, I can actually glue it normally because this edge really reaches the edge of the window, so it'll be easy to deal with. And I see here that the wallpaper is trying to escape from this wall, and we do not appreciate it, so we'll glue it down. Okay, so I will just glue these down. I'll let them dry and then, just use my cutting knife to cut out the shape. But we will probably, just checking how high I need to go with the glue. Yeah, some here. Because, yeah, we have floors to deal with that I'm excited about. How are you today? I'm kind of like in a bit of an energy mess because, because the streaming was giving me problems and I was, I don't know, not hyperventilating, but close. Close. So I'm just kind of running my, uh, um, I don't know, my energy is in a weird place, I guess, but it's all good. It's all good. And I hope that you're all good too. Yeah. So just making sure that it's reaching the bottom, that it's straight at the bottom. I do like the combination of the colors. Yep, that's good. And we'll just add a little bit here. Yeah, so actually, I might, yeah, because it will be harder to actually reach this part after it's glued. And there's about 1 millimeter here, I think. Is it exactly? No. Just, there we go. That will make my life easier afterwards, which is helpful. I'm glad. Yes. Okay. Ah. Oh dear. Where's my toothpick? Best tool. Best tool ever. Okay. So now that's glued down. Turn it over, remove the excess, so we can use it on other parts. Yeah. Okay. It always looks a bit funny when it's glued over like this, but yeah, we just need to remember that it's not actually finished yet. No, no. So yeah, let's just cut this. And I have, so the height that I decided to go with here, it's about 3 centimeters. And I chose it basically because you'll see when we reach the door panel, actually I can show you now, that it connects to the door. It basically kind of reaches the height where the arch shape starts, and I thought it was just a good sort of balance. So that's what I went with. Yeah. And here, so you can see that this is a bit wider than the base strip. And I'm not entirely sure that I need this extra width with the wood panel as well, but I can always remove it later. It's harder to add it on. So we'll just do it like this. And now this guy. Yeah, and I can also tell you while I'm gluing that I have decided that the remaining wall, the big wall in this room, just a sec. Ooh. Good. Yeah, so this wall, I have decided that I want to do a mural on it. And it's gonna have to wait a bit for, well, first of all, I need to do the stairs, I think, to figure out how exactly this wall works, like, because so for this, when you get to the second floor, the opening for the stairs in the floor is basically here. So I think the stairs will basically go over the wall. And because of that, I kind of need to, build the stairs before I do the mural. So for now, this wall will be set in gray, and we'll get back to it. And also, figure out what I want to do in the mural, because there's so many options. It can be a landscape, just I don't know, flowers or something. There's a lot of possibilities, really. Um, we'll see. And also, of course, knowing myself, I will say that it's also a possibility that once I figure out the stairs, I'll be like, no, I don't, I don't think it works with a mural, and change my mind again. You know, sometimes you need to see things before you make the decision. Um, yep. Okay. So that's this one. I think here I might actually already cut it off because in here it's very easy to also just use scissors. You don't need to bring my cutting knife in, which is more convenient for me personally. Um, okay, yeah. It's definitely, I don't know. Um, I'm constantly worried that it's lying to me and I'm not live anymore, but I hope that it's all working okay. I'm going to be like half hysterical about it today. That's just how it is. When technology drives you insane, you just, I guess, go with it. But yeah, but hopefully whatever problem it has had, it will not affect the rest of the stream, and we'll be able to kind of happily finish it with no problems. Okay. I will say, because I was looking, oh, good. I think that I'm going to be very rude and just ask you that, every 10 minutes or so, I don't know, just write something so I'll know we're okay. Um, but yeah. Yeah, so in my kind of, researching for floors and wood panels, there are amazing, gorgeous things that obviously not all of them are possible for me to do, but I've seen so many awesome ideas of what to do. Um, and in basically this kind of what wood paneling on the walls can have so many details and beautiful designs. And I think that in other rooms, like one of at least of the other rooms, I will try to do it. Probably either the parlor or the dining room. But in here, I don't know. Um, Partly because of the wallpaper and partly also because it's, I mean, it doesn't seem that busy maybe from afar, but if you see all the details it has, and because it's kind of um because of the coloring and everything, it felt to me like sometimes when you put a ton of details, like tiny details, that it just things start to get lost. So I wasn't sure if I want to add extra textures on the panels here. Yeah. So we'll do it in another room. And also because I am going to add details in the floor, which I will probably not do in other rooms because I'll have carpets. But you'll see in a second, I have crazy plans for the um, for the floors. So I figured that was enough wood details, at least for this room. Okay, So that's glued down. We'll let it dry completely. And then, as I said, I will remove the extra bits, just this with a cutting knife. And that will basically be it. Just put them aside to dry. And yeah, they are dry enough for me to pile them up like this, so it's okay. And I'll show you my plan, or explain at least my plan for the floor. So, yeah. Ta-da! Mess. Always good to have a bit of mess. So, as you can see, this is the shape of the floor. And my idea is to, and I started doing it, you can see, I'll bring it up. So yeah, you can see that I've cut it into like small pieces, and I'm basically doing these panels. And then yeah, this paper that I used, sorry, this one, it's truly a gorgeous paper, truly. I don't know if I said, but it's by Tonic Studios. They have amazing papers. I will be using them quite a few times in this project, I'm sure. So yeah, so basically I will have these kind of panels all around, and you can see, I think, yeah, you can see that there's one line at the edge that will go around that is basically the same, it's the same as this, right? And it's from the same piece of paper that I did for the walls, so it will continue that. And then most of the floor will be a bit lighter. And then we're going to use this to do some inlay. And I am not taking out the shape now because I wanted to stay in, but I'll show you the, so this is the die that I used to cut it. It's also actually by Tonic Studios. You can see, by the way, that I have been working on it all day. All my fingers are brown. Yeah. Moika, hi. Hello. Thank you for coming. So I'm just showing, yeah. So this is going to be the inlay. And basically what I did is that I die cut it from a darker, like a darker wood piece. And what I'm going to have to do is basically that I need to kind of finish all of this floor and then die cut from the floor with the panels, the same shape, so that I can inlay it into the floor. We'll see how far I'll get to today. I mean, basically, this part doesn't, I don't know how long it will exactly take me because, as you can see, I've already made all the pieces, and I just put a double-sided sticky, it's a paper, double-sided sticky paper, I don't know, because it's like double-sided tape but the size of paper, all over this piece, so I can just stick it without worrying about yeah, without worrying about glue, basically. Okay, so I'll just start putting things around now. So this piece, for example, I know that it has to come in an angle, but it's actually easier for me to just put it over and then gently fold this up, put my scissors in, and cut it in the exact right angle that I need. And try not to drop the piece where it shouldn't be. And right angle, but need to remove a little bit more, so we'll do that. And yeah, and I am actually trying to, so I used a black paper base because I am trying to at least sometimes leave some space between the panels, because then in the end I can add like dust basically, or something that will stick to the sticky edges there. Okay, let's see. Okay. And yeah, to be clear, I do not plan to do this kind of paneling, like this kind of detail on floors in other rooms. This was a slightly insane moment by me that, yeah, but I think it would really be worth the effort. And I don't know, because I think that in other rooms it also makes sense that there will be carpets, so the floor, it'll pick through, but it will not be that visible. And in this room, well, for one thing, yeah, it's, it's like one of the fanciest rooms in the house, right? The hall. So, oh, well, I hope everything is okay, Terry. You had, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I do have some like tiny pieces, so I can use them here at the edge. You can see that actually because of the sticky tape, yeah, it is gonna take a long time, but it's not that bad actually. I see now that I'm not cutting it in the right angle, so I'm gonna try and do it before I'm sticking, just to kind of get the general idea of what the angle should be. The whole thing. That work? No, just a sec. Because also I think I need a longer piece here, if I can find one. If at any moment I start mumbling and talking to a point that I'm talking to myself, let me know. Because I do feel like I'm doing that sometimes. They're pretty tiny, yeah. But I don't know. I mean, that's the beauty of the sticky tape thingy. That, yeah, they're small pieces, but still, you can kind of work with it. Yeah, okay. This, I'm going to have to basically cheat here a bit. Well, um, and at some moments, the pieces do become very tiny. I use just one of my many beloved tweezers. That's why I have a whole collections of this guy. Um, there we go. That should work now. Yeah. Okay. See, so getting the angles takes a while, but as you can see, once I get to this part, it doesn't actually take that long because of the sticky tape. And I mean, it's not like I'm doing some sophisticated pattern. I'm just, yeah, just kind of placing things down and cutting. Um, this, this, yeah, yeah. I hope that you can see with me. Hmm. Well, one of the things also that I've learned when you do these kind of patterns is that there actually isn't, you don't really need to be worried about being precise with everything because actually, because it's a pattern, it just, as long as it's sort of like close enough, basically, um, when you look at it as a whole, it looks perfect, even if it's actually not. So it's always nice to know that. Mm, I need sort of a half now, I think. Yeah. We have happily reached the straight edge, so they should go faster now. I was planning to do more of this floor before the stream started, but then, well, StreamYard was being weird and I was worried about it. Um, so yeah, I didn't get around to doing much of it. Um, but we'll see how far we'll go. Hmm. Uh, And I am hoping to maybe get to like actually get to the inlay today. That would be amazing. But if we don't, then I'll probably do it tomorrow, yes, if you want me to, because it is basic dye inlay, but yeah, let's see. Um, Because basically for tomorrow, I was thinking that we'll either start on the kitchen or try and do the stairs. Now, with the stairs, I will say stairs can be evil. That is my experience with stairs. Um, so especially the ones in the hall, the room we're working on now, um, I might actually have to do off screen because they're a bit um because I think, they'll be kind of going like this and it might be um a bit too much of me checking if it fits, and if it doesn't, then just changing the stair and moving it, and sometimes that can take forever and not the most fascinating thing in the world. But I can definitely do one of the other pairs, one of the other staircases, like the one to from the kitchen to the second floor. The thing is that in order to do the stairs, I have to actually have the second floor. So, hey, Peggy. Ooh, lunch break. Thank you so much for popping in. How do you like my floor? And um, I hope you're having a nice lunch break. What time is it then for you? Time zones are so confusing. What time is it for you, Terry? Are you in the same time zone as Peggy? I don't know. I'm trying to find a slightly longer piece, but honestly, I think I'll just cut one. Sometimes it's quicker. Ah, yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, that's that's a good time to. Okay, this is so confusing. I'm not used to having more than one time zone in one country. That's what happens when you grow up in a small country. But yeah, it's cool. Eh, So yeah. Oop, hmm. Well, that one came out a bit weird, but that's fine. For me, it's nearly 9 p.m. now. It's a huge difference from place to place. It's amazing. But that's part of the fun in these streams. I really enjoy the fact that, we're from all over the world and all the time zones in one place. It does make it a little hard sometimes for people, to get a time zone that everybody can come in. But we try, I guess. We try as much as we can. Hmm. Mm. My God, you're on vacation now? You are, right? Or something. Hmm. Yeah. Just doing the outer line first with a darker wood. That, that. Yeah, that's true. We manage. It's just funny because, it's like halfway. Well, yeah, that, like I'm almost ready for bed, I guess. Well, not really, but, in a few hours I'll be ready for bed and you will be like, "Oh, it's still early afternoon." So it's always just a little, I don't know. It's funny how we're just at the same time, but in different times in the day. I don't know. I'm complicating things for no reason. But um, yeah, but it is. I will say that, like, when you get used to it, it's you almost forget. I almost forget that we're all in different time zones sometimes because, yeah, we do manage to see each other quite a bit. Well, online. Mm. And I'm still trying to figure out what is a general time travel. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a good way to make it all sound way cooler. Nice to be all travels. Ugh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, um, I'm gonna stay on for like a bit longer than or later than I planned because we started much later. And I don't know. I'm not sure if we'll manage to finish this floor, but I'm having fun talking to you while I'm making it. So I'm continuing for now. Um, yeah. And yeah, I'm still what I was saying is that I'm still trying to figure out what's the best sort of times for me to do this. Um, catch as many of you as I can. But it also really depends, I guess, if it's the weekend or weekday. Because, on the weekend we tend to be more flexible. But yeah. Mhm. You gotta admit, it's actually going relatively fast, like faster than you'd expect, I think, to make this floor. It looks like it would take you hours and hours and hours. And I think I mean, I have kind of glued the walls before when we started, so I haven't done it from the beginning. So it's what, maybe, probably not even half an hour, I'm guessing, like maybe 20 minutes or so that I'm just doing this. And it's already like we're done with a third or so, I think. Okay. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Hmm. I like the feel of it too. Okay. Hmm. Well, slightly longer. Yes. Kind of freehand cut it, these guys. So I know that I have kind of longer and shorter pieces, and I can try at least and play with it, which is convenient. Yeah. So yeah, so I'm still not sure what I'll do tomorrow exactly because well, it for one thing, it I guess it does depend on 'cause I don't think that we'll finish the flooring today. And the question is like, would you be interested in seeing how I do the inlay, or do you kind of get it? Because it's basically, if you've ever done die cut inlay techniques, then you know what I'm, what it means. That basically you use, you cut it the same shape twice, and you kind of, um, well, replace parts in it. So I don't know if it's interesting for you to see how I do that, but let me know. Um, And either way, just the evening, because I'm not gonna continue doing the flooring tomorrow as well, because I think that you probably already had enough, and I'm just keeping you here because I like your company. But um, yeah, but aside from that, then afterwards, would you prefer that we start the kitchen, or would you like to do the stairs? What's more interesting for you? Mhm. Yeah. Either way, I will probably already um, need to have the second floor cut so we can also kind of start thinking about that. Hmm. Somehow stop being straight there somewhere, but that's okay. We'll fix it. I'm just gonna use very, because I think it's also, this is pretty much exactly where the inlay will be, so I don't mind it being a little weird. So I'm just gonna, oop, take one of these little ones, basically make very, very thin panels. Because it somehow got very, very crooked at some point. So I'll just straighten it out. All good now. I mean, either way, by the end of this week, we will definitely have to have the second floor ready. Um, so I can definitely try and do it for tomorrow. Mhm. Yeah, let me know if you have any preferences. That's like all the longer ones I found. Do this. Yeah, it somehow when I turn it like this, I suddenly notice that there's some weird angles a bit, but see, it still works. Looks cool. And that's the important thing. So, yeah. Okay. So I think I'll do this one, and then maybe we'll just, we'll be close to an hour anyway. Um, I don't want to keep you for too long, as I'm just basically very repetitively building this floor. So I think we'll just wrap it up. And I am, crossing my fingers that StreamYard, my streaming app, will fix whatever issues they have apparently with their server or whatever. So tomorrow I will not have to have a little heart attack before we start, because that is less than useful, in my opinion. Okay. Right? Yeah. So, mhm. How many? Oh, I don't think I will necessarily do all the floors with this much detail. But yeah, basically, how many rooms do we have? Because I think that, with some of the rooms, I will just do lines, just boards like this, and that would be enough because if we put carpets on it and so on, then no one's going to see it anyway, and that's a bit much. Too much work for something that no one sees. But how many rooms are we gonna have? Let's see. We have so two rooms in the entrance where we are, in the entrance ground floor where we are. Then we have two in the second floor, three in the well, no, two in the okay, wait. There's two rooms, two, three, there's seven, and then there's the attic and the cellar. Way too many rooms to make this kind of floor in all of them. That is definitely true. Uh, so I will do like shortcuts basically with other ones. I will not do that much detail. But yeah, I don't know. I think that it's also, there's something about the first room that you do in a miniature house that you kind of feel like, oh, well, you have like all of your energy and you feel like you have all the time in the world. Wait till we get to the part when I'm like, oh my God, I ran out of time. I'm supposed to finish it this month. I can already feel it coming. Uh, they will, yeah. I mean, they will have wood flooring, but there's honestly, like if you take, strips like this and you just put it one by one, it's generally enough. We'll see. Unless like my perfectionist head will drive me insane and will not allow me to do shortcuts. But in that case, I promise not to do it all live because that will drive everybody insane. Yeah, that's the problem when you do a mansion. Maybe I should have started with the huts. Uh, yeah, exactly. That's what generally people do. I know, and I also have, yeah, there's a ton of ways to do floorings. This is definitely one of the most time-consuming options out there. I've never done it like this before, and I think that's one of the reasons that I was like, yeah, let's try it. Why not? But yeah, this is extremely time-consuming and not really necessary for everything. But I don't know if you I invite you to like have you know a walk online. Just search online for Victorian wood flooring. It's absolutely amazing. The inlays and they are just stunning. So this room, this floor is my homage to uh, Victorian wood flooring. The rest of the the rest of the floors will be homage to my sanity. something on that lines. But I do, it's one of those things that's like, honestly, these kind of techniques, they're super time consuming, but if it's something that is visible in the make, then it's I do tend to feel in the end that it's worthwhile. Um, so yeah, no regrets. Oh, there you go. Okay, I think that you get the point. So before I drive you insane with floors, I mean, we have done, I think it's more than half. It's more than half. And it really isn't, I don't think it's like that bad. I think if I would look at it, I would have assumed that it took longer than it's taking me to do. So on that aspect, win. Um, and yeah, but I do feel like we definitely, yeah, the thought of, once I start thinking about the fact that I have about 10 rooms and that these rooms also need to be furnished and all these things, then the fact that I'm on, I don't know, we're on day 4 and I'm doing floor for for room 1, that feels a bit like, maybe I should step it up. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, all of it. Um, so as we're wrapping up, any thoughts about what you would like to do tomorrow? First of all, would you like to see me actually do the inlay, or should I do it off camera and just, do the ta-da tomorrow, to show you how it looks? Um, yeah, it is a long-term project. The plan is to finish it by for Halloween, like to finish it this month, but it might not happen. I will, it's one of those things that I don't want to sacrifice the, I don't know, sacrifice either the detailing that I want to do, or the image that I have for the project, or how much fun I'm having with it, honestly, because this is actually fun for me. Some people enjoy, fussy cutting. I enjoy making floors. Yeah, that's true. And as long as you're making projects that are basically for yourself in a way, then it's really important to enjoy it. You should never ever put pressure on yourself to finish it by a certain time. If you don't have a deadline to finish it for a certain time, and we can have fun with it. So, would you like to see the actual inlay making, or should I do it off camera? And do you have any preference as to stairs versus kitchen? This is I'm always confused by the being on two cameras in the look. My hands are detached. I'm sorry. Okay. Mm. Um, so yeah, either way, we will probably I'll try to have already the second floor cut so we can figure out the stairs if we want. Oh. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, actually, that means that maybe we can start with the kitchen, say, and wait for the stairs to another day when you can join. That's another option. But yeah, I mean, I'm asking, like if you have, if you all have any preference. If you don't, then obviously it will be my choice. I'll just do whatever I want. That's always works for me as well. I just don't want to bore you with things, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, I can basically, so okay, I can sort of explain. You can already see. So this is going to sit basically around here. And what happens is that, oh, gently, see all of these pieces, I can take them out. And we will have this, there's the frame shape has a frame around, and it's just once you cut exactly the same shape with the same pieces from here, it's basically like a puzzle piece. Thank you. And thank you for joining me, Danita. Yeah, I mean, I think that, miniatures are, they definitely tend to be long-term projects. Let's put it this way. If by the end of the month I'll have the house standing, even if not all the rooms are finished, I'm happy. Because let us not forget that we also have the outside of the house, and that is also very important and time consuming. Think of all those bricks. So much fun. Okay, so let's us wrap it up. And thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry that we started late and everything. I hope that tomorrow everything will be a bit more stable there. Tomorrow, I'm checking what time am I on tomorrow. Tomorrow it's 5 p.m. CT. Yes. Um, well, listen, Terry, I know there's a lady that does miniature that I follow online. Her name is Bentley. The channel name is Bentley House Minis. And I'll be actually using some patterns for her for the furniture and so on. She's amazing, and she built a kind of a bigger scale of a house, basically of the Adam house, the Adams family house, and it took her 11 years. Miniatures take time. They take time for sure. So, um, I'm not, there is no point in pushing anything. So, thank you all for joining me today. I hope you'll be able to join me today or the other tomorrow and the other days. And have a wonderful afternoon, evening, morning, I guess, in some places in the world, or uh, um if you're watching a replay. Anyway, have a very wonderful day whenever you are, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.